Welcome to the next episode, and we're going to start this with a double header. So you've just watched the FA Trophy game between Dover and Margate, and this is a few days later. We've got a third round tie for Stalybridge home against Swansea after drawing the first game. Um, I don't think we'll beat Swansea. I think they're a bit too good. I think my other teams might beat them, but I just think Swansea are a bit too good for Stalybridge, because obviously we don't really have great players, and we're missing our best fullback as well, which is annoying. As you can see, they are having the better of the game, the better of the ball. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, he's the new central midfielder I got. So the entire theme of this game, if you've not seen Manuel Sudibi, Mame Sudibi, brilliant player, like really good. Look at those physicals for this level is amazing. But yeah, Bass has lost a bit of pace, but my other striker's not very good. We have got players coming in. We've got a new centre forward coming in. I've given the new centre forward a contract for 5 years because I don't think they'll get a better centre forward than him, and he's on a really low wage. So it's the first one where, because I don't think these will go up for the next few seasons. I think these will be the last team to go up, although it could surprise me. So we have got Brendan Markey coming in at £170 a week. Just going to be so much better than anything that we've got currently. Going to be like literally their star striker for the next few seasons. The only way that we get better players is if I get the cast-offs of the other teams. So we're now going to go on to the Dover versus Margate game. Not much has changed here. We've just brought Clausen in for the winger, player that I really like. Technique, pace, dribbling, crossing, balance. Like, who cares about defending? So yeah, he's new. Again, one of Trebbiani or Augustin will end up moving to another team, I think. Grazioli's going to go. What I said before about where is he? John O'Connor. Obviously, I bought him for 50,000, and now Blackpool are going to buy him back for 250,000. Yeah, it's not 500,000, but I can get better players than him. Like, I've only got him on contract for a couple of years, so there's always going to be better players than him. Right, so let's go on this one. These two teams will be close for winning everything. Interestingly, after this game, the next game is going to be the winner of this one versus Lee. So what the game seems to do is it does seem to put against each other the teams that you have. Oh, I forgot to put Dean Williams back in first choice goalkeeper, and I forgot to start Schmidt again. Sabotaging these, aren't I? So Augustine, an injury, which is why it's worth that. I don't even think with their best team out they'd have beaten these. So like we were saying, I do think this is the best formation. The 3-5-2. Just a demolition job that was, wasn't it? An absolute demolition job. Right, I will see you in the next little bit. So we're here with Dover versus Lee. Sort of dominance of the teams here, although Dover are like sort of the top. Goals were not. I think assists were doing okay, and I think tackles were doing quite good, and I also think dribbles were doing okay. Mannering's that's like insane, beating Huckabee. Anyway, we've got a couple of injuries. Trebbiani's come in, Augustin's still injured, Belly-Juicier's injured, Clausen's injured. Lee, we're still looking for decent players. Dor is absolutely smashing them in. 18 goals in 23 games. We've just got this Ruskowski because our defensive midfield hasn't been great. No idea how he's going to play. He's on a 1-year contract, so we'll see. Let's go. So the last two times these teams have played, it's been a 2-0 and a 1-0. And they're on us even, so we both have won one game. I do think by the end of the game, these four teams will have played each other more than any others. Even if I just don't include the friendly tournaments, I think they'll played each other more than anyone else. Schmidt is injured. And Ferris is just knackered all the time because he's old. Being old does make you knackered all the time. Can definitely confirm that. Okay. And so again, it's getting quite tight at the top. So if Lee can hold on to this, I'll say tight. It is a 5-point gap to 6-point gap now. Brightwell just being like the most insanely good player. Williams, Brightwell, and Rutkowski did well here. Marlowe likes to tackle. This is because he's got aggression, pace, work rate. Tackling doesn't actually determine how often they try and tackle. I think I've said that a few times. So yeah, honours even, and this is one of the problems that like the players, they don't get very high ratings when they play each other because it's really hard to do anything. But yeah, so that's the league as it stands. Like I said, Stalybridge. As you can see, they're above Doncaster, Dagenham. So we have got the top four at the moment. I assume that by the end of the season, this will be the top four. Although Stalybridge have got a cup run that they're on at the moment. They're away to home against Newcastle, so I'll definitely show you that match. Right, let's see the next little bit. So we are about to play another Margate versus Lee game. Both of them have finished 1-0 recently. Lee are at home this time, and once again, it's not in the conference, it's in the FA Trophy. Like I said, generally when we play each other, that's when these teams go out. Lee are a little bit weakened because they played Huddersfield 4 days ago. So Gilbert's unfit, Linehan's unfit, and we've had to put our new defensive midfielder at right back, right centre back, because there's no one else to play there. Huddersfield lost 2-0 to Lee and 4-0 to Stalybridge, so they've not had a great time of it. Ivara's just come in and absolutely done the business at Stalybridge. In the league, there's not much change. Dover's with a 6-point advantage, and then Stalybridge are 4 points away from Barnet. Obviously, game in hand, so hopefully they can extend that lead if possible. There's not really much else to say. Rivera's playing the Adolfo role. Akan's sort of become the new central midfielder. Stuart John Doerr's just the main goal threat. And then Margate, Grazioli's going to the end of the season, Sheffield United. No one new or interesting, really. Morally, no. I think that's about it. Willis has been a decent pickup from where he came from. Swindon, I think. So yeah, these formations pretty well balanced against each other. Robertson's not been playing as many as he should be playing, really, I guess. So I believe that's the passing midfielder. So as you can see, like the gap between these two teams is incredibly small. Probably getting a better attacking midfielder is going to be better for this team. And then here, just like everyone's unfit. So Oh, it's done that again, hasn't it? Don't know why it does that. So we've missed out. Richardson scored his own goal. I need to make sure on the second half I don't forget to do that. So that means we've got a replay. I will see you for, I believe, the replay. So we're back again, same two teams. This is when we having selling thing is a problem because Matthews is only 87%. Everyone else should be fine. And then what we got here? Let's have a look. Attackers all look good. Midfielders. Master good. Akan's probably fine. Gilbert's fine. McVitie can come out. And Linehan's probably fit enough to play. Well, we'll see. So, same two teams. So yeah, this is what you'll find a lot. That like if you do dual teams to your best, they should really there shouldn't really be much between them. So even now, yeah, I guess Margate did a little bit better. I say Gradual is going at the end of the season. Not really the set of attributes I have for centre forward, but creativity like sort of seems to help as a centre forward. I don't really know what Matches is like incredibly unfit as is Linnegan, but we just don't have the squad depth for that, and it hasn't gone so fast this time. Well, that's an interesting one. But yeah, both teams have got like clear weak spots. Dover have got the fewest weak spots currently, which is why they're winning the league. And Stalybridge is starting to get to a point where they're probably the second best of the teams in terms of players. But yeah, this is probably because this team just isn't as good as this team, and that's just through like what the scouts are picking up. Obviously, Quiros £90 a week, so he'll be there for the foreseeable future because you can't really get players that cheap. So yeah, like and subscribe please, and I'll see you in the next part.